You know, if you recently lost your sight, you might be wondering, when am I going to be over this? When am I going to accept and move on? Well, we're going to talk about that coming up right now. What's up, VIPs? Derek here, back with another video where it's all about helping you discover life after sight loss. On this channel, we do product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So if you're new here and that sounds good to you, consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss another single video. Recently in a Facebook group, I saw a post from someone whose husband had lost their sight just recently, and by recently I mean within the last year or two. And one of the questions they had was, when do you move into acceptance? Now, she was talking about the 5 stages of grief, which I've discussed here before. But basically, she was asking, when is there a time when you move out of denial or anger, or when you move into this acceptance stage and say everything's okay and your life moves on and you're not depressed anymore? Now, again, I'm not sure if she was saying you'll never be depressed again, but the point was, she's wondering when this is sort of over. When's this like period of mourning over? And here's what I would say to that person and to you here today. It's probably never over. Now look, I know that sounds kind of doom and gloom, like you're gonna be sad forever. I don't mean you're gonna be sad forever, but I do mean you're going to constantly have this reminder of being blind every time you wake up and you can't see. Now, after years and years of being blind, of almost 16 years now for me, my sadness and mourning doesn't come up a whole lot. I live a very happy, exciting life. I mean, we go different places, we do different things. I love my wife, I love my kids, I love my job, I love to do things, I love to be part of things. I just love my life. So my mourning isn't necessarily constant and it's not consistent, but it does come up from time to time. You know, if something happens and it reminds me, hey, if I wasn't blind, I could be doing this. You know, there was a time when I wasn't blind and now I am, and that's depressing. You know, there's just some things that happen. And so have I reached the acceptance stage? Maybe, maybe you could say that. But the point is, that doesn't mean I never deal with it again. And it's different for everyone. You might feel like, wow, I got this under control in 6 months. And it might be 6 years and you're still dealing with hardship and anger and anguish and that sort of thing. Everybody copes at a different rate and everybody deals with it in different ways. Now, hopefully those ways are healthy. Hopefully those ways are not self-destructive or destructive of others. But the point is, when are you going to reach it? I don't know. You may never feel like you reach it because that kind of comes up in the background a little bit. Oh, I'm visually impaired. This really stinks. What am I going to do? And it may be 3 months, 3 years, or even longer, and you still deal with those things. And you know what? That's okay. Here's what I would tell you. First of all, grant yourself some grace. Grant yourself grace to understand that this is a journey that you're on. It's not a sprint. It's more of a marathon. You know, you're on this. And the finish line doesn't mean you never deal with sadness again. Think about this. Say you've lost a loved one in your life, maybe a parent, maybe a close friend, something like that. I'm sure there's never a point that you reach and go, you know what, I'll never miss them again. I'll never think of them and, just sadness won't ever come in and I'll never have any sorrow about missing them, nothing. Sure, as years go on, it gets a little different, but you can always think back and probably miss them. I know that for me, my grandmother has been gone for like 25 years. 25 years is a long time, but here's one thing that I want to point out. While most people say that time heals all wounds, another way to look at it is time also means it's just longer without them. I had somebody who lost a child and they shared that with me. I thought, well, it gets easier as time goes on. And in some ways, yes, but in some ways it just means it's more time they haven't been with their child. And for you and I who have lost our sight, and especially if you were sighted before, it's more time that you have to live your life as a visually impaired person without your sight. So you can look at it a number of different ways. The bottom line is you're going to deal with it. So grant yourself some grace, be aware that this is coming, and don't be afraid to feel those things. If it's sadness, if it's sorrow, if it's depression, if it's anger, whatever it is, obviously don't be self-destructive or destructive with others, but don't be afraid to feel it. I hope that no matter what we go through, we're always working on moving forward. Even if that moving forward means it hurts, even if that moving forward means it's sad, we're always working on moving forward. Do you wonder about this in your own life? Are you looking for, some help, some support? Well, gosh, there's all kinds of things to find, Facebook groups, local groups, and I would love to walk through your journey with you as well. You can contact me. You just go to lifeaftersightloss.com/contact and let me know, because I would love to walk alongside of you in your journey. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. Do you feel like this from time to time? How do you keep moving forward in your life? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well, so let me know in the comments below. Hey, did you like this video? Did you find it encouraging? Well, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with somebody you know, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss another single video. And until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from lifeaftersightloss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.